Okay, yesterday we made our quilt top. Now, today, let's go quilt it. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. Yesterday we made our mini quilt and today we're going to quilt it. So I have a piece of fabric face down. And then I have a piece of cotton batting, and then I have my mini quilt on top of it. My back fabric is larger than my front fabric, and my cotton batting is also larger than my mini quilt. Because when I quilt it, I often find that the back fabric will shift, and I do want to make sure when I finish, I do have some back fabric on my quilt. I'm going to come and pin every single block to try to reduce the shifting, and I don't want that weird bubble that you get in the back if everything's not pinned down good. I see lots of people use safety pins, but man, that seems like a lot of work. And it works for them though. I'm just using regular pins. Probably gonna poke me, but I have a sewing student who says it's not yours till you bleed on it. I only have 2 size pins in my shop. I have 1.5 and 2-inch pins. The 2-inch pins are my favorite, but I only discovered those after I had 1 million 1.5-inch pins. Now I'm going to stitch not in the ditch. I'm going to stitch on either side of this line of this seam right here. I'm going to come down this side, and then I'm going to come down this side, and I'm going to stitch down all of the seams going this way, and then I'm going to do the same thing going this way. But you can quilt yours any way you want to. You can do it with something as simple as an X across it or something super intricate. Now lots of people have different loves. I don't love quilting. It's just not what I love. I love creating the tops, but I don't love the actual quilting part of it. And some people absolutely love the quilting part of it. So you do whatever your creativity wants you to do, because at the end of the day, this should be fun. That's the only rule, right? Remember, I teach people in real life, and I get to see all of the people's different loves. And some people love to hand sew. I'd rather gouge my eyeballs out with a spoon than hand sew something. Okay, maybe it's not quite that bad, but almost. When I finish a project and I say you go sew your hole up and I'm going to go sew mine up, that is a big fat tail. I'm not sewing anything up. I'm leaving it, and the hole will be there forever and ever until I'm ready to gift it to somebody, and then one of my Tuesday ladies sews my hole up. I do not love to hand sew. I don't dislike quilting that much, but it lands pretty close to the same category as hand sewing. It is definitely not my favorite thing to do. But I have students who absolutely love to hand sew and students who absolutely love the intricate quilting. So if that's what you love, that's exactly what I want you to do. And that's what's so beautiful about this community, is that we all love the things that we love, and it should be fun, and we should all get to do the things that we love to do. And if you send your quilts off to a long armer to be long armed, guess what? You're still a real quilter. Okay, so I sewed down one side of each seam just so I could take these pins out, because I told y'all they would poke me. Now I'm gonna go and sew down the other side of each seam the same way. Okay, we've quilted it. It's so pretty and it's so fluffy. There's my pleat, but I had to look for it, to be honest, to find it. All of my points don't match, and I don't care. It's so cute. I did go sew really close to the outside edge, kind of like a top stitch, about 1/8 of an inch or so in, all the way around so I could cut it out. I do not square my quilts up because I want every single part of my quilt to be in my quilt. And nobody's laying it out on the floor to see if it's square, or if they are, they're not my people. So if you want to square yours up, I'm not telling you it's a bad thing or that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I don't square mine up. I'm going to cut mine next to the quilt top all the way off, and we'll look at the back of it, and then we'll talk about binding it. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Look at that. Look, it can hang like this. That's how I'm gonna hang it, I think. Isn't it adorable? All right, so here's the back of my quilt. Oh, I see where I missed a seam. Do y'all see it? Probably can't even see it, but I can right here, because everywhere else has 2 and this just has 1. But here's the back of it. Here's the front of it. The journey of a quilt continues. Meet me right back here tomorrow and we'll bind it. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.